All right, this lesson is going to elaborate on a technique I taught already called slip and slide. It's going to give options and how you can combine those options to get slip and slide. So just as a quick review, slip and slide is when you slip the inside ski forward and slide the outside ski back, right, in the turn. The old school method, which was really clunky and horrible and created a lot of problems, was skiing two-footed, feet side by side, all right? They rotated their upper body, in conjunction with the lower body, rotated them together. Now, so here's an example of a left turn. You slip the left foot, which is the inside foot forward, slide the right foot or outside foot back, and you get counter rotation, so your upper body is facing this way towards the outside of the turn. All right, here's a turn. Same with the right turn. You're going this way. You slip the inside ski forward, slide the outside one back, and you rotate your upper body to face to the outside. All right, so slip and slide. What is it good for? Advantages are, one, it draws your skis closer together. So if you slip them like this, it's going to pull them closer together, while at the same time giving you boot separation. So there is separation between your boots here. Now, this allows you to more evenly weight both skis, both of these combined. Closer together, boot separation allows you to get weight on both skis, right? And all this together allows you to rail turns, like knifing them cleanly, like train wheels running on a track, right? Around a curve. It's just, it's just going to stay in that path without skidding. Okay. So how to get this? There's various methods. We'll just go through a quick review, and then we'll go through each one in detail. All right, so first method is you force slip and slide. You just forcefully slip that inside ski forward and slide the outside ski back, while at the same time rotating your lower body to the outside, right? So your butt cheek, your inside butt cheek faces the snow, and then you drop that inside butt cheek to the snow, laying out your legs. Right, that's one method, right? This is pretty quick and easy, all done in one step. So the rest of them are done in two steps. These then facilitate slip and slide. This is, you just force slip and slide right here. So you pull back the outside arm low. Make sure you don't raise it or you'll risk losing hip angulation, right? And if you lose hip angulation, you lose the lever arm, and then you can roll down and slide out. Similar to pulling back the outside arm, you can just pull back the outside elbow. All right. Usually you do this in more of the speed events. You can do this in a downhill tuck. Or another method is to use bullhorn arms, right? Where you have your arms fairly wide and a little bit forward, and then the wideness of the arm position gives you leverage to rotate your upper body to the outside, right? Now, at the same time, you can use those bullhorn arms to keep your shoulders level with the horizon to generate hip angulation. All right. Another method is to keep your chest locked downhill while your lower body rotates from turn to turn. Okay, that's using slalom. Another thing you could do is aim the inside shoulder blade at the gate pole, or another way of looking at it is roll that inside shoulder inside and away from that gate pole, right? So this is going to rotate your upper body to the outside also. All right. So we're looking at typical events that's used, advantages and disadvantages of each method. So the first method is force slip and slide. All right. You can use that in any one of the events. Right. Advantages: it's quick and easy. It's a one-step thing. Can be used in combination with other methods. So you can use this, let's say, with pulling back your arm. You can use it with bullhorns, whatever. You have minimal loss of fore-aft balance. For example, if you pull back your arm low, especially in the speed events like downhill, super G, right? You can risk losing balance, getting too far back. All right. Lowers the lower body for high edge angles and lays out your legs so you don't ski compressed. All right. So these are some advantages of this method, right? Disadvantages: it decreases the need for counter rotation because you're rotating your lower body as well. So you're not getting separation, counter rotation between your upper body and lower body at your waist, right? Now that counter rotation creates counter torque, which helps facilitate like a snapback to speed the transition of rotation of your lower body for the next turn, right? So you're not getting as much of that. However, you can use this in conjunction with the other methods. So I say here you can afford to lose counter torque in super G and downhill where you don't have rapid and big lower body rotations, with the wider turns, right? With the shorter turns in slalom, your lower body is just rotating rapidly back and forth, right? Pull back the outside arm low. Make sure you don't raise it or you'll lose hip angulation. Use this primarily in GS. This is really good in GS. Well, you also use this in slalom, right? This is also part of energy storage, roll, and release. This cranks up a lot of counter rotation, but you must ensure that you have forward lean for turn initiation to engage the tips. You got to make sure that if you pull this arm back, don't allow it to shift your weight back. Make sure you have that forward lean. Pulling the arm back is only to rotate your upper body, right? Not to affect your forward lean. So you want to go in, especially in slalom and John slaloms, with tips first. All right. And this can cause you to lose fore-aft balance, especially in the speed events. All right. I saw Brignoni having some trouble with that in the speed events. You can control it, but you got to be careful. All right, pull back the outside elbow. I saw Cochran Siegel using this great today. You'll see it in the video I'll show you in a little bit. He did a good job using this in GS. This is more typically used in the speed events, super G and downhill, especially when you're in a tuck. If you're in a downhill tuck with your hands, touching each other, all you got to do is pull back that outside elbow and it'll rotate your head and shoulders towards the outside, right? And that'll facilitate slip and slide. Now, it's good for easier turns where there's less counter rotation needed or turns made in a downhill tuck position, right? It's also good in combination with what I call forced slip and slide and butt drop. Your inside butt cheek drop, right? This method here. Generates less counter rotation unless augmented by forced slip and slide with inside butt cheek drop. All right, bullhorn method. Bullhorn method is you basically holding your arms a little bit wide and a little bit forward, right? Like bullhorns, kind of angled down. It's good in slalom, GS, super G downhill. In addition to leveraging rotation of the upper body. So the idea is with your arms wide, you can leverage rotation of the upper body, turning it to the outside. But the wide arms can also leverage the shoulders to keep them flat with the horizon, and that facilitates hip angulation to lift the upper body center of mass, to create the uprighting lever arm, right? I think I explained that. Hopefully you remember that. Disadvantages, I really didn't think of any disadvantages. I'm sure there could be here. I didn't think of any. All right, keeping the chest locked downhill while your lower body rotates from turn to turn. This is used in slalom, and it's great for slalom because, in slalom, the turns come so fast and furious that it's easier just to lock your chest straight downhill, right, and let your lower body rotate around that. I'll show you some girls who did that nicely in the video coming up here. Good for short radius turns with rapid transitions between turns. Right. May not generate sufficient counter rotation and slip and slide for really demanding GS turns. Right. right? So, if you're doing GS is probably the most demanding, uh, extreme, I'd say, of the four disciplines here. Aim the inside shoulder blade at the pole, a gate pole. All right, pulling the inside shoulder forward. Um, Alexi did this in this race several times. Now you can do this in slalom, GS, Super G, downhill. Really, you don't need to do it in slalom. Why do I have that here? Slalom. I mean, you're skiing through the gate. Oh, you're at. This naturally pulls the outside shoulder back. Do I want to say back? I'm going to say this. Rolls the outside shoulder around, right? And it faces the chest to the outside. Works well in conjunction with pulling the outside elbow back. All right. May not be enough for big turns, but can be augmented with other methods. All right, so let me show you a video. This is the last race at Hinterstadt. It's a GS race, and it shows a wide variety of different techniques here. Each of these guys using different combinations. What I'm showing you are a handful of guys, I think about 5, who were the fastest in the second run. Then I'm going to show you Alexi Pintarello, who was actually the slowest of these guys. The other guys were much faster. But he had a big lead going into the second run. So he was able to win the race, even though he lost time to all these guys. But keep in mind, these guys all were faster. Schwartz, he had a pretty good time. He's using a combination of forced slip and slide with the butt drops and bullhorn arms. I'm trying to remember the acronym there. So he's using bullhorn arms. All right, combination here. Let's take a look. All right, see the bullhorn arms? You're not seeing the butt. Oh, you can kind of see the butt drop there. He's forcing that slip and slide, turning his lower body to the outside, and then dropping his inside butt cheek. All right? This is a good technique. Good combination here. All right, see him drop that butt cheek. So he's really forcing slip and slide. See all that slip and slide? Quite a bit there. Turning his lower body to the outside, which turns his butt towards the inside. All right, and then he just drops that butt cheek to the snow. His arms are in a bullhorn. Now these are easy, almost like downhill turns. Pretty easy turns there. You see him pushing his butt down? Let's see if we can see that here. Yeah. That's kind of shows it there. That shows it there. Oh, that was good. That's right there. Again, right? He pulled his arm back way back there once. Only one time. I think he did that because he lost balance, not to rotate himself. Oh yes, he lost balance. That's why he threw that arm back there. He wasn't using that technique. All right, this is Odermatt. He had a good race too. He's using same as Schwartz. Combination of force, slip and slide with butt cheek drop, and bullhorn arms. Look at the bullhorn arms there. Getting good slip and slide, forcing it. That's turning his lower body to the outside, which faces his butt towards the inside. Then you just drop it down, and you lay out the legs. All right. This is a good combination. Oh, no. Come on. Ah. Ugh. All right. So he's skiing very similar to Schwartz. That's why I put these guys back to back. Technique's very similar here. Let's see. Yeah, kind of focus on how he's turning his lower body to the outside as well. With enough slip and slide, you can do that. And he's got bullhorn arms. Okay. All right, again, one of the fastest second runs. All right, hurry up here. So, oh, goodness. Goodness sakes. All right, that was actually a good sequence there. I want to show that in slow motion here. So look at how he's just loading up, slip and slide. His lower body is actually facing outside, right? His butt cheek is pointed towards the snow there, right? His inside butt cheek, right? And really, his upper body is almost aligned with his lower body, right? But they're both turned to the outside, right? So this is when you really force. This is primary forcing a slip and slide. You slip that forward, you force it forward, slide it back, and that turns your lower body as well. Okay, and he's got bullhorn arms there. All right, this is American. He's using forced slip and slide, dropping his butt cheek, right? And he's using elbow pullback. So it's a little bit different, right? I mean, he's using bullhorn arms there too. But, oh, he had arm pullback there. Elbow pullback, arm pullback, elbow, and he's using bullhorn arms. He's forcing slip and slide, dropping his butt cheek. So his is a little bit more complex. He's there's elbow back, throwing elbows back, but they're all getting slip and slide. Every turn is with slip and slide. All these guys, unlike Alexei, who threw in some old school turns, pull the elbow back. See that? Oh goodness. Elbow back, elbow back, elbow back. See that? With forced slip and slide. So he's getting his butt cheek down, turning his lower body to the outside. I like this technique. It was good. It was a good run for Cochran Siegel. Let's take a look at how. See that? His butt cheek was almost rubbing the snow there. And let's see here. All right, he's got bullhorn arms this time, right? He's cranked up slip and slide. Look at how his outside ski is just carving, right? That's just railing a turn there. Look at the flex there. All right, he's got good hip angulation. He's got slip and slide. He's not outriggering it. This is loaded up. All right. He's got some forward lean here too. You can tell he's getting tip pressure, and he's going to come up and it's going to shoot out the tails. Very good, excellent. Look at that slip and slide. You see that? Look at that massive amount of slip and slide he's got going on there. That's forced, right? He's dropping his inside butt cheek onto the snow. All right, boy, I like that. Here's a kid I really like. I think, from what I've seen, he's one of the most athletic, skiers out there. GS, and he's got some. Let's see, how do I want to say? Uh, Almost like Manny Feller has, a little bit wild. He throws his outside arm up a little bit. He's got to control that a little bit. Uh, but he's got like supreme athletic agility. He uses force slip and slide with butt drop and bullhorn arms and arm pullback. So he's using bullhorn arms there mostly. right? But you'll see he'll throw in a big arm pullback. There's a pretty good one, but he throws it up high. See how high he throws it up? He's got to be careful with that. Again, fairly high. Uh, throwing it back, that's not bad. Okay. He's using a lot of arm throwback. See that forced slip and slide? See how his butt cheek dropped down there? Let's see where that is. Right there. Butt cheek to the snow. Look at that slip and slide, right? Look at how close the skis are side by side, right? He doesn't have much upper body counter rotation, so this is mostly forced slip and slide. His lower body rotated to the outside, which turns his backside to the inside. Those are like downhill turns using bullhorns. Then just pull back the elbow. When you're in the tuck, you just pull back the outside elbow. Pull back the outside elbow. No, he's using the elbows now. He's using a combination of stuff. Goodness, something in the air again. Pull back that arm. Pull back the arm. See him really yank back that arm. When it's really difficult turns, you yank it back. All right. This kid is very gymnastic, I'd say. He's got good body control, agility. Oh, you see that pullback? Quite a bit of arm pullback there. Watch his right arm come back. There you go. That's arm pullback. Ah, goodness sakes. How annoying. That's forced slip and slide. This kid was the fastest in the second run. Is he a Swiss kid? Luke Milliard. He uses arm pullback, elbow pullback, and bullhorn arms. He's not using so much forced slip and slide. He's using a combination of yanking stuff back. Right? See him pull the elbow back? Elbow back. Elbow back. Every now and then he'll throw the whole arm back to get a big counter rotation. So he's not using primary, slip and slide with forced. He's using more upper body counter rotation, and he was fast, right? Fastest kid in the second run. Had a mistake, big mistake apparently in the first run. I didn't see the first run, but I heard he made a big mistake and had to play catch up. Well, by far the fastest in the second run. All right. Again, using all upper body counter rotation, right? He's a very athletic kid too. See, there's less forced slip and slide with butt drop, right? All right, Stefan Lutz, he's a giant slalom specialist. Had really good technique here. He's using a lot of bullhorn arms, arm pullback, and elbow pullback. So it's very similar to, and these guys were the fastest. I think Stefan Lutz was the second fastest, maybe in the second run. So it's mostly upper body counter rotation, using bullhorn arms, using arm pullback, elbow pullback. This is more bullhorn arms here. All right, a little bit of elbow pullback there, a little bit there. He'll throw in a big arm pullback every now and then. That's elbow. These are elbows with downhill tuck turns. Bullhorn arms, a little bit of arm throw back there. That was a big arm throw back behind his back. You see that? All right. More bullhorn arms, bullhorn. That was all bullhorn arms. Okay. All right, that's Stefan Lutz. This is the leader, Luke Milliard. Oh, see that arm pull back there? Wow. Nice rail turns there. Here's Alexei Pentarol. Now, so he dialed it back, and keep in mind, all the other skiers were much faster than him in the second round. The skiers that I showed you, right? And it's because he dialed it back. He's still using it. He's not using it as much though. Um, and in some turns, he uses old school and almost pays for it, skids out. But he had a big margin of lead there. He had a big throwback there. He's using bullhorn arms. He has arm pullback. What's the other one there? Oh, every now and then he'll do this inside shoulder roll in. He rolls that inside shoulder in, but what that does is that rolls the chest to the outside. All right. What am I saying here? Roll the inside shoulder roll out, I should say. To get around that gate. So he's using a lot of that, rolling the shoulders. He normally uses a big counter rotation, pulling back the arms. He's more subdued in this race for some reason. But he's still using slip and slide. Oh, that was his bad turn. He two-footed it. All right. Okay. So he dialed it back and he was slower, but he still ended up winning because he had a huge margin to go in. Okay. I got some slalom here. What's all? Okay. So here's some girls doing slalom. They're locking their chest downhill, rotating the lower body beneath, and that rotation, that counter rotation, due to the differential rotation of the upper body, lower body, creates slip and slide, right? And with the counter rotation, when you get rebound energy, it tosses the skis laterally. It'll throw your legs laterally instead of throwing you up in the air, or worse, flipping you on your back, right? This girl's technique here was just wonderful. Look at how she's just flat. Her head is flat, right? Chest locked downhill. Pulling it up, shooting them out, pulling up, shooting them. See that, right? All right. And letting the legs extend loose. This is old school. This is how crazy and crappy the skiing was. Just 8, 9, 10 years ago. Well, this is 2009, 10 or so, right? This hop pivots, right? Chest chasing ski tips, going up and down, all right? Skidding quite a bit, washing around turns. That was old school, right? Look at that skid. That was a check stop. That's just going to kill your speed, kill your energy. Another check stop. Check stop. Each turn is like a check stop. And they're hopping in the air. They're not maximizing the distribution of force application. All right, so this is more modern again. Look at how smooth it is compared to how much quicker. They're just slicing through turns. All right, so that's it for this lesson. We'll do a quick review. Let me get rid of this. All right, so slip and slide. What's it good for? Well, it allows you to just rail turns, knife through them cleanly. All right, like riding on the rails of a track. All right, and there's options to get slip and slide. You can just force it. Just shove that inside ski forward, slide the outside ski back. It'll turn your upper body to your lower body towards the outside. Your inside butt cheek will face the snow. Then drop it down. Right, just lay it down. All right, and then you can have outside arm pullback. Pull back low. Make sure you don't raise it too high. Remember Zubchik? The kid is very athletic, but he's got to be careful with that high outside arm. Every now and then he does that. Pull back the outside elbow. Use bullhorns to leverage your upper body to rotate it to the outside. And you can also use it to leverage your shoulders to keep them flat with the horizon. Keep the chest locked downhill in slalom, right? Let your lower body rotate around that from turn to turn, right? Or you can pull that inside shoulder, I guess to the outside. You call it roll to the outside, so it gets around the gate, right? And that helps rotate your upper body to the outside. All right.